To learn the good, the bad, and the reality of the off-grid lifestyle, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. So we've had another productive day on our off-grid property. Gotten quite a bit done. Let's see, we got here I think on Tuesday, and today's Sunday. And since then, I think by, I don't know, probably Tuesday, we will be completely off-grid and have everything that we need to sustain life indefinitely in our little camper. And so this will give us plenty of time to relax and take our time cleaning up that spot up there, because obviously it's quite messy. I don't know, we're gonna spend about $500 a month building our tiny house. We're gonna just kind of do it like rent. So after we get the property cleaned up enough that we can work safely up there, then I'll go and spend $500 and I'll build the floor. If it costs $500. Actually, we did some figures and the floor is gonna cost like 250 bucks. So, you know, I'll be able to build the floor and some walls maybe. You know, frame it out. And then the next month, I'll do the same thing, spend another $500. Of course, we gotta buy things so we can maintain the property too. We're gonna have to buy a lawnmower. Carolyn has discussed buying a tiller. We'll probably not buy a tiller this year. We'll do the garden next year. But, you know, those kind of things that we're gonna need. A weed whacker, an air conditioner. So there's still several $100s that we gotta spend that I think we're gonna end up taking out of our $500 a month. So, you know, it all balances out. I hope by June, July, we're gonna be pretty much into things, getting things built, and hopefully no later than next year, we'll be in our new tiny house. That's kind of the idea. Now I've showed you around a little bit. As you can see, we've got our solar panels and they're fully engaged. Today was daylight savings time or whatever that is. So we're getting plenty of sun in the evening, which is great because we can make it through the night and into the morning. And today I bought a new battery. I'll talk about that in just a minute. But today was very productive and we bought a couple more items, 3 items actually. We bought an IBC tank to start with. There's the battery. I'll talk about that in a minute. So the IBC tank is going to be our storage tank for our water. I've demonstrated that we were filling buckets before, and we're doing quite well filling the buckets, but that's only 40 gallons at a time. You got to carry the buckets all over the place. But with the IBC tank, I think we get like 175 gallons or 200 gallons, whatever it is, I forget, of water, and I only have to fill that up every few weeks. And we'll have unlimited showers. We won't, right now, I'll show you the system in a little bit, but I have a 5-gallon bucket hooked up to an RV pump, and so we get 5 gallons of shower water. So, you're taking you're wetting down, and then you shut off the water, soap up, then shave, and then rinse off and shut off the water. Well, now we'll just leave the water on because we got the well hooked up. And the well runs off the generator, which again, I'll show you in a second. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start the well. It'll fill the IBC tank once every few weeks. I'll run the water through this little filter. This filter did an amazing job, cleaned the water really nice. The water still is a little murky because we just shocked the well and we just lowered a pump into it. So there was a lot of dirt and stuff in it. And the filter did a good job. So I suspect that we'll have to use the filter for 2 or 3 fillings. After that, it's just optional, which I'll continue to do. So in order to get the well started, all I got to do is start the generator, 2,000 watt inverter generator. It's a quiet generator. Of course, it runs full blast running the well pump. It's 750 watts. I think it's a little higher than that. I think Amazon sold me the wrong pump. I think they sold me the correct pump. I think they just shipped me a bigger pump than what I needed because it really struggles to push that well. And my inverter, 1,000 watt inverter, won't pull it either. But that's okay. I'll just get a bigger inverter. The generator does pretty good with it. And so then I'll start the well and I'll start filling the IBC tank. What I'll do is I'll fill the IBC tank with the well, and it'll take a couple hours to fill up, and I don't want to push the well too fast. The well can push out 33 gallons per minute. I've already tested that. It fills a 5-gallon bucket in like 11 seconds, 10 seconds. So I'll fill that tank, and then what I'll do is I will hook a RV pump up to this nozzle. So you can see the water coming out of it. So an RV pump will come off this. Now, I don't have a fitting. I got to go to the hardware store tomorrow. Today's Sunday. And I got to get a fitting that fits into this, into my RV pump. Now, I know the RV pump is going to work because I already do it, and I'll show you how I do that. So this is the setup that I've used the entire time that we've been nomads. It's worked great. It's just a bucket with an RV pump hooked to it. So I've drilled a hole through the pump. I've had a few leaks because I move it around so much. So I've used some silicone instead of just replacing that all the time. I've siliconed it, and that's really stopped it up. So the water just comes right into the RV pump. Now, the RV pump, just like all RVs, is pressure sensitive. Right now, if Carolyn turns on the faucet, the pressure will reduce on it. It will kick the pump on, and it will pump 3 gallons a minute, I think at 30 PSI. And it runs, Carolyn's dishes and the hot water heater. And so what I'll do, instead of using the bucket as the tank, I will use the IBC tank as the tank. I know there are people out there who have said they're experts and they've dug wells and they know about well pumps and that this wasn't going to work. But I have shown in several videos now that this works. This is an awesome off-grid lifestyle water system. It works perfectly. The pump is a DC pump. So I don't have to have the generator running to take a shower. I can take a shower in the middle of the night. I don't have to come outside, start the generator. This hooks right up to the house battery. The house battery is charged by the solar panels. And so, I mean, it's just a perfect system to live off grid. And I highly recommend it to anybody. It's just a huge cost savings. Okay, so I also bought a second battery. We have this exact battery. We've had it for 2 years now in the house. And although a lot of people said that lead acid batteries won't last more than a year on the nomadic lifestyle, if you maintain them correctly, they do really well. This is a 122 amp hour marine battery. Right now at the Walmart I just went to, they're on sale for $20 under, $89. And they're right in main aisle. I guess boating season's coming out, and so they're trying to sell them, get everybody into the store with a sale. The other side had EverStart Max for $99, but it had less amp hours. It only had 100 amp hours. This one has 122 amp hours. Originally, what I did was I tied my house battery into my truck battery. And so when I was driving down the road, the truck would charge the house battery. The problem is, it's not a big problem, is the truck battery is not designed as a deep cycle battery. See, this says right here, I don't know if you can see it, it says deep cycle power. It has cold cranking amps, and it's different. The plates inside the battery are laid out different. And so it did not give me the power I needed long term. It was short bursts of power. So I was trying to mix 2 different battery systems. It worked well for us. I mean, we did okay, but it's not the optimal solution. Since we've taken the camper off the truck, I'm just going to use 2 deep cell batteries. I may end up getting another one, having 3 batteries, depending on cloudy days and how fast the solar panels can charge them up. The solar panels are charging batteries up almost instantly. The sun doesn't even come up over the trees in the morning on a sunny day before the battery, the one battery is charged. And so now that we're in daylight savings time, the sun is staying on this side of the trees, and it's getting a lot more exposure just in this one day than it did all the last 2 days. So that's really exciting. So I'm going to hook this up tonight, and now we're going to have a series of cloudy days. I think so this is Sunday. I think we're going to have some cloudy days until Thursday. So that means I'm going to have to charge the battery with the generator probably in the morning for a couple hours. We'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know. We're really excited about how this is all working out just like we planned for so long. Now, the third thing that we bought today, and this is pretty important, we have very minimal internet with our Verizon Jetpack. Well, we come down here and it's real spotty. We've got a Wii Boost. I don't know if you can see it. It's right on top of the camper. I got it up on a board right now. I'm getting about 2 bars, but on Saturday, starting Friday night through Sunday, it's in and out. We went ahead and got AT&T. So we're going to keep the Verizon, and we're going to use AT&T. AT&T, we're going to hotspot. We only get 10 gigabytes of hotspot And so I'm just going to use the hotspot for upload videos and for doing my online work. That's the only time I'm going to use it, because 10 gigabytes is not going to get us through the month if we use it for, you know, movies and all that. Now, it's unlimited on the phone. Any other activities we want to do, such as watching movies, we can do through Verizon, and just be patient with the slow download speeds on Friday through Sunday. Thanks for watching.